Back with our garden guy, Charlie Stalker. Sadly, I will tell you our phones are down, and that's tough for all of you. So thank you for calling always and asking Charlie these questions. On the upside, Charlie and I could talk for like 4 hours about anything.
No problem.
So I'm not dominated.
And not say a thing.
And not say, no, it would always be good. I dominated the first one, so I'm going to let Charlie dominate the second.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
There is a disease out there called the RRD. And for all of you rose lovers, you want to pay particularly close attention to this because it's the rosette disease, thus the moniker RRD. Now, it's born and carried by an aphid. However, it is a virus, and it goes from rose to rose and then pretty well sets up camp there on that rose, and the virus is what gets into the rose, and what you're looking at to see if you've got it are spurts of growth that grow beyond the rose, is somewhat of a lighter green and almost looks like a witch's broom. And there is no cure for it. And
how sad.
And it started actually with the multiflora rose way back in the early 30s. But now it's really starting to take hold. And again, there's no antidote for it. All you can do is take the rose out of the ground. It's not soil borne. But destroy, incinerate, whatever, put it in a plastic bag and get rid of it. But you can put a rose right back in but the sooner you do it, the less chance it has of getting into other areas.
So when this aphid gets on the leaf, the rose, the petal, and does it infiltrate it? Does it bore into it, or what happens?
The virus will, I don't know.
So they carry it.
They carry it, and it's the virus that gets into the tissue of the rose, and therein lies the problem. Then it causes the aberrant growth on the rose itself.
And does it jump from a rose bush to rose? Can it infiltrate your whole yard?
Yes, it can.
Oh,
that's why you want to, if you see that witch's broom growth, that aberrant growth that grows above everything else and it looks crazy looking, you know, just like wild hair or whatever, get rid of it. Get rid of that rose.
As quick as you can. Does it infect anything else, Charlie?
No. No, rose is the victim.
That is so interesting. Is it rare?
It's becoming less rare, and we just didn't recognize it for what it was. Now there will be an antidote for it one of these days.
A rose, a fungus or virus resistant rose. Somebody will.
But it hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing is pine bark beetle, and we're seeing a lot of decline in the Colorado blue spruce and the white pine, where they're firing up from the bottom and just dying off, and people don't, they've got these gorgeous Colorado blue spruce or these windbreaks of white pine. They've grown them on, and they're very valuable in their landscape, and all of a sudden they start on a decline. And it's the pine bark beetle, and you use the chemical Merit, M-E-R-I-T, and you put it around the base or the collar of the tree, and it will translocate. It's systemic. It will translocate up into and kill, obviously, the eggs that are getting ready to be laid now for next year's crop. You can also identify the pine bark beetle not only by the firing up of the lower leaf branches, but also if you look close on the bark, you'll see little splotches, almost looks like a lichen, but it's not a lichen, kind of an opaque white, maybe 2 inches by 2 inches, all around the tree, and that's where they've gone in, and the sap is exuding out. But that's one of the clearest indications of pine bark beetle. Merit, M-E-R-I-T.
So when you use the Merit, Charlie, is it a powder, and do you water it in?
Good question. And you use a ½ ounce of the Merit to 1 inch caliper of the tree, and you mix that ½ ounce. So let's say we have a 10-inch tree. You would use 5 ounces of Merit, okay? And you would put it in water where it can sufficiently mix, and then you just pour it around the collar, and that's all there is to it.
And that is our garden guy, Charlie Stalker. You can follow him on Facebook. You can follow him on the website. And you can always follow him here on WEHT and on the Morning News. And right now, Charlie, we're going to toss it to Ron Rhodes and find out some destinations.